Hi there, my name's Caitlin. I'm so happy you're here. I'm a holistic nutrition consultant and the author of the blog called grassfedgirl.com. Today we're going to be talking about how much meat I should eat on the carnivore diet. That's a question I get so often and it's a great one to dive into. So stay tuned all the way to the end if you want to hear about how much you should eat on a carnivore diet. I've been on a carnivore diet for 3 years, and during that time I lost about 20 pounds. Then I had a baby, gained the weight back, and now I'm working on losing it again. So I'm very qualified to talk about how to do the carnivore diet. If you find this video helpful, please share with a friend, subscribe, leave a comment of how much you eat on a carnivore diet. I'd love to hear down below how much you found that you need to eat on a carnivore diet. And please ring the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Today's video is brought to you by my friends over at Relight. I love this drink. I drink it every day, a couple times a day, usually 3 big cups of this a day, and it keeps me feeling just great on the carnivore diet. Sometimes I use the unflavored because it doesn't have any sweeteners. Sometimes I want the little flavor that's in it. My favorite's the lemon lime, but I've been drinking the mango this past week and it's just been so refreshing and I look forward to it, and I think it helps me drink more water than I normally would. If you want to save, use my code GrassFedGirl right here. I'll put it, and then you can go over to Redmond and get this drink. It is just amazing for a carnivore diet and lifestyle. You probably already know the answer to how much you're supposed to eat on a carnivore diet, but you're so used to restricting that you want to keep asking, how much am I supposed to eat on a carnivore diet? Because you've done so many other restrictive diets that you want to hear an amount, and you want to hear macros, and you want to hear calories, because you've been doing that for so long. But really, you have to change up your mindset and think about this as a healing protocol and more of a reset than a diet. It's not about counting calories, counting macros, counting fat grams, any of that stuff that you've done before. It is more about healing your body first with a nutrient-dense diet, and then the weight will start to come off if that's what you're looking for. Or whatever is ailing you will start to remedy. I know how you feel. At first, I felt the same way. I had very bad digestive symptoms, and that's why I started the carnivore diet. I have hashimoto's, thyroid disease, and one of the symptoms of that is having very bad digestion and slow transit time. But when I went on a carnivore diet, I was looking for relief, and I wanted to do things differently. And so my coach told me, just stop counting calories, stop counting macros, stop counting everything, and just eat to your full and try to relax and don't think about it. And it was hard for me at first, but I just settled into it, and I was like, okay, if that's all I have to do is eat meat and stay full, then I can do that. I just don't want to think about any of the other stuff that I used to do. A lot of carnivores I've talked to say they tended to eat more in the beginning, and then later they started eating less. So sometimes you're kind of refeeding. You've been on a restrictive program for so long that you are so deprived that you will want to eat more in the beginning, and then as you kind of refill your nutrient stores, you will naturally start eating less. So you will eat more, then you'll taper off and start eating less. That is what most people find. When I started carnivore, I found that it was best for me to eat about 2 pounds of meat per day. Now, if I ate eggs, I might eat a little less meat, some combination there. If I ate cheese, maybe a little less meat, but it's a good rule of thumb to start with about 2 pounds of meat per day. If you're a larger man, you might want to eat more like 3 or 4 pounds a day. I know Sean Baker eats like 4 pounds a day. If you are a woman who's very active, you might want to eat 3 pounds a day, for example. There's really no exact number. You just have to experiment and try for yourself. But 2 pounds is kind of a starting point. And if you're very small or you're very inactive, maybe you want to eat 1.5 pounds, and just kind of scale up or scale down depending on how you feel or your lifestyle. But 2 pounds is a good place to start. And when I say 2 pounds of meat, I'm talking about fatty meat, the meat with the skin, with the bones, everything all in, not just the lean part of the meat. So make sure you're getting a mixture of fat and lean, and enjoy that, because that is going to be the most satisfying. Now, I've found if I eat fatty meat that I don't really need to add fat, but if I eat very lean meat, then I might add butter or ghee or egg yolks or something like that to the meal. A lot of people also ask how many times you should eat per day. And really it depends, again, on how active you are and your age and your size of body. But I think you should start with 3 meals a day, because if you don't, then you're going to be looking for snacks and treats and things that you used to eat. And then you can kind of taper down to 2 meals or 1 meal, just kind of experiment. But I find most people go down to 2 meals kind of naturally, just because it's less work, and they can sometimes, if they want to do an intermittent fasting window, then that fits into that. But so you could do 1 meal, 2 meals, or 3 meals, but I think starting out with 3 meals is best, and then kind of going down to 2 meals and then see where you go from there. But definitely don't restrict. Just eat until you're full, eat until you're satisfied, and most people end up eating about 2 meals a day. So in summing up, you should do the carnivore diet at least about a month before you really start to change anything. Just eat about 2 pounds of meat per day as a starting point, and eat till you're full, and eat fatty meat. Don't eat too much lean meat. Don't think about calories, macros. Just think about healing your body, and everything will start to click, and you'll be so happy that you tried this way of eating, and you'll be telling everybody, and everybody will be asking you what you did. So if you have any questions, just leave them down below, or you can write me a direct message over on Instagram at grassfedgirl.com. And make sure and get my carnivore ebook. It's 182 pages of recipes, meal plans, shopping lists, and it's a great resource for new beginners on the carnivore diet. Thanks so much for watching today. Please subscribe, share with your friend, leave a comment,